Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Design System Masterclass. In the previous video, we talked about spacing and we talked about types of spacing, different values of spacing and different examples of spacing values. And also we have discussed how to create spacing variables in the previous video. In today's video, we will be talking about border radius. We will be talking about how to create variables of border radius and why there are different radius values for any design system. So the first one I want to discuss is why there is different radius values for any design system. So if we take any example, so for example, this badge is a smaller component and the radius will be 4 pixels. And this button is also a smaller component, but comparing to the badge, it is a little larger and the radius is 8 pixels. And this pop-up is a larger component and the radius of this is 16 pixels. And the radius full, like for example, for this radio button, it needs to be circular and the radius is the maximum value. So why there is a different border radius for each and every component? Not for each and every component, but for most of the components, there are different border radius. So for example, if we take badge, button, and also this pop-up, and also this radio button. So they have different radiuses. This has 4 pixels, this has 8 pixels, this has 16 pixels, this has full radius. It's fully rounded. So when you zoom in and see the corner of button and badge, it is optically stable. What I mean by optically stable is when you see these two components in single screen, so they are optically same. It may be 4 pixels for badge, it may be 8 pixels for button, but they are optically same. When you see visually as a user, not as a designer, it looks same. And when you see the modal and the button, it looks same, optically same. And so you may get the doubt, what if we give same values to all these three components? So let's give 4 pixels as a border radius, and when you see badge and button, they're not optically same, and when you zoom out and see, it's almost the sharp corners, it's almost looks like there is no border radius for modal and button. It's somewhat visible for badge, but for modal and button, it looks like border radius. It looks like it doesn't have any border radius. So that is why we use different values of border radius in any design system to get that optical stability in every single screen. So yeah, that's all for the explanation with the examples for why there are different radius values. Let's now create variables inside Figma for different radius value. So let's go to variables, and we have created color mode, primitives, spacing, typography, everything. And let's create new collection called radius, and let's create a number variable and give it as radius, and let's duplicate it. Radius 2 is 2 pixels and radius 4 is 4 pixels and radius 8 is 8 pixels and radius 16 is 16 pixels and radius 24. It is 24 pixels. And radius full, let's give it as 1000 pixels. It depends. You can also give 100 pixels. I'll give 1000 pixels. So you can also see the how the radius looks for each component. So radius full will be fully rounded. So let's apply these variables. We have created the variables of radius, and let's apply these variables to these components. So when it comes to badge, so you need to go to appearance and you see the corner radius input here, and when you click on apply variable, you will see the variables here. It should be radius 4, and the button, it should be radius 8, and for radius 16 you have to give, sorry, I've given the spacing 16. It should be radius 16. And for radio button, you need to click on the frame. It should be 1000 pixels and to give radius full. And when you see these also, these buttons, it is 8 pixels. And when you compare these, let me lock this. So when you compare these, when you compare between these, it is optically stable. It is optically stable. And when you decrease the radius to, let's say, 4, and when you see these button corner radius and these modal corner radius, it doesn't match. It is optically not stable. So corner radius is all about optical stability. So you need to play with it a lot to get that eye to make the thing stable. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you got some value out of this video. So hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and see you in the next one.